Good evening. This is Wei Feng here again. Today, we are going to discuss and elaborate on the social media marketing, which I prepared for you guys. All right. So let's go delve into it. Okay. We'll be looking at how to create successful campaigns for social media marketing and offline activities. Welcome to the Simplified series by omgsocial, and myself is Wei Feng. Okay, so if you look at the social marketing hierarchy, you can always start from the technologies itself, where in terms of resources, we will be looking at technologies and what kind of platform you'll be using. And then we proceed on as we move up to the campaign, the community, and lastly, of course, how to get brand equity or loyalty from your customers. So in a campaign, we will also explore on what kind of content, the activities we can do, and community-wise, how to build a community, how to do tribe marketing, engagement, and all this will bring to your brand value, as well as lastly, of course, we're looking at the kaching, which is the return on investment, okay, by building loyalty and repeat sales. All right. So in terms of social and how to secure more followers, we can always look at a number of types of social. For example, own social, which is basically you always see here on the left-hand side. If you are familiar with Google Maps, people will be sharing and putting in photos inside your location of restaurants, as well as reviews. So these are your own social, which consists of what people say to you, right? That is 80% of own media appears in Facebook, okay? Of course, the other things is will be paid social. Of course, this one is rather straightforward, where you pay advertisers or you yourself do advertisement in Facebook or your other social medias, all right? And normally these are very, what I call that, very done in your, based on your brand, what you want to do, and the messages you want to deliver out to people. But to me, this is currently is not the main thing we want to focus on. The one which we would like to focus on is the earned social, because this is very important. Earned social media is what people say about you outside your branded page. For example, a customer may share a review about your product on their Facebook. They may talk about your product in their Facebook page, okay? Be it happy customers or unhappy customers. So you want to know what they talk about. And of course, they also probably snapshot your Instagram photo of your product and they share it out, right? Recently, I seen my friend did that for a new brand of sports shoes he's trying out. This is all done without anyone paying them to do it, okay? Of course, when you look at the earned media channel, 70% of the social conversations about your brand takes place here, where this means three main things. 40% are more likely than own to spur consumers to action. This is more like a peer-to-peer trust, right? 4 times the brand lift of own content alone. This is 4 times more than for the brand to lift itself, all right? And 92% of consumers trust earned media, okay, while only 50% or less trust ads, all right? And of course, just now we have discussed about besides the resources, we'll be looking at what kind of platforms you like to host your content or your social media, what kind of social media platforms you like to use. Basically, my advice is, the tip I have for my people is, what do you normally use or you're familiar with in terms of social media platforms? If it's Facebook or it's WhatsApp, okay, try to focus on the one you use the most, okay? But out there, basically Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp are the important ones in Malaysia, as well as you can see like TikTok, QQ, all these are becoming more and more prevalent. Of course, not to forget the younger set going more to Instagram nowadays, right? So you can check out all these platforms in regards to your country's popularity by going online and check the latest statistics, okay? But the important things for my side, as I'm previously from the consumer lifestyle consumer electronics, our measurement of social success, most of the time nowadays are not really from the likes anymore. It's mostly from the comments. What do they comment? Because that is a type of engagement we will be looking at, okay? And most of you would like to know whether people share or retweet your post, right? So that is one way of gauging your engagement. Of course, then yourself, you also must look into interaction with the consumers. How do your posts interact with the consumers? Okay, and of course, as the business, we always look at the return on investment, what kind of revenue attribution, as well as what makes them want to take the final act, which is to buy your product. Okay. And OMG Social, which I started a few years back, we have about 2.68 million followers as of 2019, right? And if you look at the community, of course, we have the campaign and the community, right? But before you start your campaign, I'd like you to visualize what kind of community you want for your group of followers. For my side, I always look at my community OMG Social as East Mid-West Lifestyle Community page, all right? And you can see we have a break into a total reach of 200 million before, right? And this is, everyone has to start from zero, okay? When we started back in 2011, you can see we have only about less than 20,000 likes. We start very slow and steady, right? But because the content curation is very important, because of the content curation, our focus is play, product, people. Therefore, you can see actually to 2012 to 2018 is about 2,000% growth per year, right? And we reach to worldwide. Basically, my main focus will be Southeast Asia, as well as West side on the so-called US, UK, the kind of statistics, and people coming from there, right? So when we say play, product, people, I make it very simple focus. Play as in the fun part of your product or your service, okay? Product is tell people about what are the unique things about your product, okay? And people, what does it mean to the people or your customers who are going to buy this product? So my side always focus on these three things, these three elements, and I believe is a rather successful one, okay? And you can see, because the way we focus on this, our post will be looking at how to, like, fun things is how to engage people with like natural animals kind of thing, which I feel is rather good, okay? Very funny or comedial kind of post in the middle here, okay? And daily life things which is going on. You can see the good posts will be actually reaching out to about 26 million views, you know, with 100,000 over likes. These are the popular posts which we garner over the years. Okay, I'm sharing with you some of these posts. Of course, some people have actually asked me before, what about the single photo product or this? So is it possible to be popular, this kind of post? I believe so, because if your post or your product is simple but unique, okay, at the same time, you can also use it as a loose winner. Loose winner here is meaning to say you probably can have one product, which is very low on pricing, which probably you are losing a bit on because you are discounting it. But you know this product will bring you more customers. Therefore, we term it lose winner. And you can see here, we were actually quite surprised that this one T-shirt here, okay, we received over 168,000. That was like 3 years back, where the number of shares is 1.3 million shares. We're actually very shocked. Therefore, I put it to you that even a photo, not just videos, a photo which is unique, okay, and it actually touches the people's emotion, it will actually bring you a lot of popularity. All right. So, for example, there's one FB page which is called Sarcasm. When I did a comparison, the videos they put up versus the photos they put up, right? Actually, the photos get more traction compared to their videos. Okay, and of course, when you put it up, when there's response, please make sure that you actually interact with your customers on it. Okay. And in terms of content, a lot of people ask me, like, when I put this up, if it's video, what kind of content can I put up? My proposal is like this. Try to familiarize yourself with funny and things which captures people's imagination and thinking in the next 5 seconds, in the first 5 seconds. Like, for example, I'd like to share with you some of the TV ads, but you can actually go in and do some exercise or watch the Japanese one, which I feel that is sometimes they put it now, they are getting more and more a bit weird and cute because you know television's TV ads in Japan is very fast moving, pum pum pum, you know, and it needs to deliver message across. Sometimes you cannot just deliver too many things inside the first 5 seconds frame. You have to make it very graphical or this. That I can see the trend for Japanese TV ads nowadays. But the other one is nearer to us, Thailand. It brings you a lot of meaningful, emotive, as well as like funny ads, which I can share one with you here. All right. Okay, as we continue on, you can see that for this is an example of Nike social marketing hierarchy. In terms of technology, they'll be talking about using e-commerce, 人人, Weibo, gaming, blogs, all this to help them with the promoting the Nike contents, right? Okay, and they actually use the content in a campaign such as summer tournament, challenge for Nike girl, Kobe systems, basketball never stops, etc. And these campaigns type of activities, you can, when you go into a community, as we narrow down, in terms of community, you can look at Nike women, okay, really focus one, all right? And Nike basketball, Nike run, football, Nike football. All this will lead you to creating a cult following, just like how Apple does it, you know, it's like a cult, right? So with this, they have this understanding. If you're Nike, okay, the loyalty is Nike, we love sports, all right? So if you think of sports, you must think of Nike. Therefore, when it goes on, you have the ripple effect in terms of marketing, the returns of investment is there. Whenever you put the $1 inside it, you'll get much more back, right? So for example, when previously, when you look at campaigns, what are the unique selling points you can look at? Previously, this is what we did for Cellcom, all right? For their prepaid, we promoted it via lifestyle offline stores where we go to the channel, down to the channel, go to really non-traditional kind of market for them, because that time they were predominantly focusing on the Malay market. When we went in with them, they want to look into their non-traditional market, which is how to boost the usage among Chinese. Therefore, we look into the popular places like Red Box Karaoke, popular bookstores, Tesco, all this, all right, chill out spots to help them with the promotion. Of course, you can see here Mama and Feldas, those are actually also within their target group, but these are the areas which are non-traditionally for them to promote their prepaid packs, all right? We did both online promotion for them and viral marketing. At the same time, then after promoting online, we go on the ground, we achieve 300% sales increase monthly. At the same time, besides just selling a pack, we also help them to activate, besides activating, we actually help them to do top up. We do a sales as well as we hope to get more recommendation through referral system. We call member get member. So this actually encourages us to have the clients to promote to their friends and bring more sales, extra sales to us. All right. And before that, we also did a mall in terms of building up the mall, the rental, the shops coming in. So we actually have to do research before you go into a certain market. This is one we did for Ipoh side. We actually did a number of research for them, okay, and we got them a good 100 plus retail mix where people go there for a mixture of things. You can get it done within the mall itself, and we are looking into how to provide them more attractions in a sense of like events and campaigns. So the footfalls, the number of traffic going to the malls increases. And we are happy to say that we did the first ladies garden, like LIABILITY, that kind of thing. Okay, we brought them the first Burger King, the first Wong Kok, the first Papa Rich, etc. to them. Okay, that one we did one-off project for like 6 months. Okay, and you can see the number of the events and engagement we did for them are wonderful, because every festive season we do something. Okay, so when you come to the community, one important thing towards the end will be looking how to build a tribe, which is a group of very loyal customers following you. Okay, now the in thing is they always talk about tribal marketing. Tribal marketing explained here is an effective strategy for acquiring high value customers who are likely to become repeat purchasers, right? Just now we mentioned ripple effect, that kind of thing. Okay, it goes beyond traditional market segmentation, where people always talk about demographics, behavior, geographies, all this. With the popularity of online, as well as the people are getting more unique, you know, it can have someone very young going for older kind of segment product, which sometimes you may be wondering why. For example, color dyeing. Last time used to be when you see white hair, you think of old people or this, but nowadays surprisingly some youngsters, they actually dyeing their hair all white. Okay, that is the different. So now we go more towards the behavior, people with the same interest of behavior. So that's why when you engage the customers, it must be based on their identity, such as vocation, orientation, activities, interests, and perspectives. Okay, and of course for your marketing team, you cannot just have one team who does everything. You need to have specific teams or specific members focusing on building up different kind of tribes within your customer base. Because let's say someone may be into yoga or this, the other marketer may not be familiar with yoga or health food, this kind of things. All right. And in terms of the why tribal marketing, because the tribe actually provides you with a bandwagon effect, because the members of this group, we always seek to maintain a balance among themselves. They always talk about the same interests, the same product offerings. So if there's something new coming up for that interest, okay, they'll actually quickly share it out. So your effort is reduced, right? Okay. And also in terms of leadership, tribes needs a leader or group of leaders to help them to push forward. Therefore, successful brands, if you position yourself correctly in the that field, all right, or in that interest aspect, actually people will look up to you. Whatever you say, they'll believe you. All right, that's why you have to position yourself how unique you are. What kind of expert advice or information can you provide to them? Okay, therefore they look to you as their leader. Therefore, any product you put up, the sales outcome is going to be fantastic. Okay, and here we are talking about a set of experience. What kind of connection they can feel with you, and how do they have the UX user experience with you? All right, which sets you to number 3, connection. Okay, so you have to make that kind of connection with them. For example, Headspace, the popular subscription-based meditation app. You'll be surprised. Actually, meditation, there's such an app which guides people to do proper meditation or those. All right. So their mission is very simple: to improve health and happiness around the world. Okay. So they actually provide loyalty-based kind of campaign, and they focus on Headspace for educators, the trainers. When we were in, I was in the Ericsson, we have what we call the train the trainer. All right, we train the trainer up because we know this trainer in this particular group of retail channel, he will be our head honcho or our the person that will inspire everyone within, and we will actually purposely train up this person to be expert in our products. Okay. Okay. Next, of course, to further explain on the tribe characteristic. Tribe is actually a group of like-minded people, right? To summarize this, and have active members that do more than just show up, right? Okay. Membership is voluntary, uncreated by converting people. They themselves are very interested. Okay. It's not closed off or isolated. We actually rather open so that the ideas coming in, you know, the new innovation coming into this will be going to grow stronger and stronger. Okay. They don't just do what the leaders want, they do what they want. Of course, at the same time, they look to you for some leadership or guidance, right? People nowadays don't just belong to one, but many tribes. So here you have to note that they are actually, in terms of loyalty, unless you're really, really building a very good, deep brand equity in them, okay, you may lose them the next day. Okay, we have seen a lot during this era of social media. Okay, so every tribe is different and every leader is different. So to be a leader, we keep stress on their unique selling point. What can you bring to them? What values, okay, which they look forth to in you, okay? And for example, one kind of tribe currently I saw in a lot of my friends, okay, they call them mammals, middle-aged men in lycra, okay? These are people where they are actually in the expensive bicycles like Bromptons, or okay, their age group, they are mostly male, okay, and the fact is they are wearing lycra. They are not shy to wear a very tight-fitting one, okay. So most of them actually, because they train up very well, 6 packs, all right. So with expensive bikes, that denotes what? Disposable income, right? They are more keen in health because they are aging already. They want to look physically fit, okay? They have the time, the luxury to ride their bikes. I know of a pilot who actually rides bikes at night, okay, when there's less traffic. He can ride on like for 20, 25 km every night, okay? So these are the people where if you bring them the topic about bicycles, all these sport bikes, they'll be very excited, okay? They really go into technical terms of it, all right? And of course, they do take their own initiative to do mapping out routes, okay? list of gears, the hacks, all these are things to help the others in within the tribe. Okay. So this is an important segment because from here, if you are able to identify the tribe, okay, you know that these are the things which potentially we can sell to them. Fitness clothing, cycling holidays, like those, especially in Europe and Japan, a lot of cycling holidays people are promoting now. Okay, medication for sports injuries, you know, life insurance, yes, of course. The credit, they can actually use it to buy graphene bikes or Brinton's bikes, that kind of things. And if this one under male, the males, they may have certain health issues or related things which they need to solve as part of their life. So probably diet, okay, nourishment, you know, vitamins. Those are the things we can actually focus on if you have identified the type of tribe you want. Okay, and most of the time, how to reach out to this kind of tribe? A lot of new brands or people who have new products they want to roll out for different kind of segment, nourishment. They came to me. My advice to them is look for the micro influencers or role models within that tribe. Of course, you can check into YouTube or Facebook. You look where are the chatters, where people are getting more of their tips from. Okay, you look. Then these are the micro influencers where individuals, they are individuals that have between 1,000 to 1,000,000 followers, audience members, all right, which are considered experts in their respective niche. Try to reach out to them. Sometimes actually it's cheaper than you just do a general advertisement in a big branded platform where you're gonna spend a lot of money and you're not getting the attraction or the return on investment you want. Right? So these micro influencers, they can be food blogger, traveler, local fashionista, fitness guru, etc. Okay. Like myself, when we previously set up to do a campaign for Mercedes-Benz, we actually look for the who is having this database and can influence them more. We realize from the market the segmentation given to us, and in terms of the account, the buyers of Mercedes car, we actually went and looked for Bank of China, where they actually help us to arrange a high net worth individual event in Bangsa, very high end area, where we do a very nice event where besides the beautiful cars, we actually have the cars which are very artsy, painted up cars, you know. And we get someone from the an MMA, what I call that, fighter coach to come and give talks. Okay, Peter Davis to come and give talk to them, right? And you can see a lot of them are holding photo cameras, because we know this group of people, they also like to take photos a lot. So it's a blend of mix of everything, and we are actually quite surprised, happily surprised with the turnout as well as the result, because this is way cheaper, yet the results in terms of pre-ordering of car are much higher than the official launch by Mercedes themselves, right? I do not want to dwell further, but for this event base, please, when you want to do an event, is always research. Try to focus on a niche group of people, okay? Try to serve them the best so that you have a lot of people providing you with the earned media, okay? They'll take all these things and start sharing out by themselves, right? And another look at one of the movies a few years ago we did, the Warner Brothers, they themselves actually promoted, and still I understand they spend like few $100,000 on their budget spending. They get about 600 over people liking their post compared to ours. Back then, we only have 30,000 likes. We are like a micro influencer, all right? But because our lifestyle community, mostly they love tech things as well as fashion, fun stuff. You know, when we put it up, right, with 2000, we actually, our returns are, what we understand is for a shorter period, our returns are much, much higher than what they spent. Okay, therefore, after that, a few more campaigns were done together with us, right? And of course, if you are new in coming up with content or campaign, okay, for your community, my advice also to be consists of these four C's. Four C's: consistencies. Consistency in sharing means you must always, every day, without fail, start sharing things. Okay, because if you share one post and wait for another 2 weeks, that's gonna be disconnection with your what do you call it, your followers. All right, consistency is very important. Whether you like it or don't like it, you still have to do. Make people feel very comfortable with your content, which is it must be very original content. Okay, it's not like sometimes I see the way they put, especially like shampoo or those detergent commercials. It's like there's nothing original about it. Every year in, year out, every commercial looks the same, so it's not original. But in fact, if you look into Facebook Live nowadays, there's a lot of original contents going on, like TikTok may be creative, but if you look at Facebook Live, people are selling fish, selling their clothing, all online, you know, doing cooking. They're not shy, they're just doing it. This is what they love, and people like to see this because these are original contents. Okay, so besides comfortable, making them comfortable, you show the connection to people, which I feel that connection is more to CRM, your customer relationship management. All right, people may love your products a lot, but then when you don't build a trust or a connection to them in terms of your, especially your CRM, you're gonna lose more customers faster than you get new ones, because people expect to be very prompt in terms of you replying to them. Therefore, if you cannot have the proper support in your customer service, make sure you don't oversell or overdo your products lines now. Focus on a few products which you are very good in. Make sure you get the volume up for these few products first before you try to do every single product under that same category. All right, that's my advice. And lastly, will be constant research. Be it what are the new things within your product range, you know, your people are offering, or yourself. When you put up those posts, what are the metrics, what people are commenting, what they like, what they don't like, all this. Please always do research. Don't just put up the post and let it go, okay, without researching. Like for us, we do a lot of research before we even implement one simple campaign, right? And what does all this means when we tell you about your metrics, your research, all this, your information going up, putting up posts? All this boils down to data, right? So how we look at data, okay? If you're from the product, before your product goes to the marketplace, like Alibaba or this, it's called time to market. Within this time to market, always look into the data gathering, okay? What kind of type, price, standard sizes, launch dates, what are people having, all those to roll out. Those are your data, right? Then listen and analyze it to become your information, because information will be giving you meaning to it, like create a market and social interaction to listen. Okay, conversation, look at people's conversation, all these are queries. Okay, and this nowadays you can be helped by analytics already. Okay, so after that you put your product to the market ready, it's time to your customers. So you get the knowledge from your customers. what context is that? It's like when you show to them a few types of selection, right? And you provide them some ads as soft marketing rather than hard sell, you know, then you try to slowly influence them because you already have the knowledge what to do from all this information. Now is the time you use your knowledge to influence them. Okay, of course, you achieve wisdom when uh, the applied sense of people, I want to buy this product. Whatever you put up there is already applied. That means people are already buying it. Okay, so with that, you also can create wisdom by having conversation with them. You know, after using your product, please give feedback. You know, for the next new product launching, you will give them probably discounts or purchase with purchase to help them to get your new products during your new launches. But what you get in return is you get feedback about what kind of quality they are looking for or flavors they are looking for. All right. So for more information on this, you can look into contextual advertising online. Right. So contextual can equate to relevance. And with that, I'd like to end my briefing on social media marketing today. Of course, for those who are keen to listen to more in-depth about Facebook marketing, specifically for Facebook, because I receive a lot of queries, how to reach 3 million, etc. Okay, how much I spend, how to do conversion funnel, cost management, ads format, how to do design, what are the apps up there to help you with Facebook marketing. Okay, you can actually PM me direct, or you can actually subscribe for more other interesting hacks or simplified series for technology, as well as marketing, business development operations. With that, thank you.